So Arvin, talk a little bit about this week being at the training center and getting prepared for this summer's competitions.
I mean, it's been it's kind of given me some foresight when it comes to what to expect. I wrestled a lot of the international kids last year, and it was an experience in of itself. But I feel more prepared this year to face more international styles of wrestling, especially with the training we've got going on this week.
Yeah, and what kind of guys have you been working with? Have you been able to mix in with some of the older kids too?
Yeah, I've been mixing in with some of the U20 kids, some heavier kids, because you know, if you wrestle people stronger than you, better than you, and you get used to that, then you become more or better equipped to wrestle people your age. It becomes less of a challenge.
What do you like about the Olympic Training Center? Obviously, there's a lot going on here, and you have an opportunity to test yourself, challenge yourself, learn, right?
Yeah. I like the food.
It is, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's you know, I'm supposed to be cutting weight, but I mean I can wait for another few days.
What keeps you strong? These workouts are hard, right?
Yeah, 2 times a day.
Talk about your goals for this year at the Worlds. Obviously, U.S. is trying to start flexing its muscles, right?
Yeah. We're trying to level up our Greco-Roman wrestling. You know, I'm planning on becoming a world champ this year. I said the same thing last year when I competed, but you know, I feel like this year they're kind of, you know, I know that they can bleed. You know what I mean? They're not impenetrable. They're not invincible. They're just other 17-year-olds like me around the world, and I feel like now I have more confidence in myself, and especially in Greco, and I hope I can win some gold and kind of change the tide for USA Greco.
So talk about home. I mean, you're a California kid. Who's back home helping you in the Greco?
My dad.
Your dad.
Yeah. My dad.
Talk about how that works.
My dad was a Greco guy in Iran. He was on a couple national teams. He was good back in his day, and I got a big shoes to fill. He was on the initial team for the 1988 Seoul Olympics, and he didn't really have time to, you know, glow or show himself to the international stage, so he's kind of doing that through me, and I couldn't be more grateful. He's, you know, just a catalyst to become something better.
Well, it helps you though to have an international perspective, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, your background, you know about other countries just
definitely.
from your family, right?
Yep. My dad, especially with the style of wrestling I do, I actually learned freestyle and Greco first rather than folk style. I didn't even know folk style was a thing until I was like 13 or 14. And you know, the thing about Greco is it's initially wrestling is about honor, right? There's not much money in it, there's not much whatever, but it's about honor, the feeling of winning, the feeling of having your arms raised. But especially with Greco, I mean, you know, you don't really have a lot of college opportunities with Greco, but the opportunity to win and be on that world stage is kind of what's taken me hostage. I've been just doing it for so long, you know, but it's the plan.
So since last year's Worlds, I mean, what have you gotten better at?
Parterre defense, that's what I lost most of my matches on.
Yeah.
I wrestled 4 matches, won 2, lost 2. I lost to the world champion. I was going head-to-head and neutral, you know, push and pull, and then they put me in parterre, and that's kind of our kryptonite as, you know, American-style wrestling. But I've kind of mixed in a lot of international styles and used the American kind of stamina to alter my wrestling, and I feel, you know, better equipped now this year to take them on.
Well, hey, this is going to be fun this year.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get a summer off when you're a wrestler,
Oh,
do you?
yeah. Oh, no. I don't, you know, I'm going to be in Istanbul, so that's kind of my vacation for this year.
But Istanbul's kind of cool. Have you been? Have you heard about it?
My family have been. It's really close to Iran.
Yep,
That's where my dad and mom are from, so they've been to Istanbul for quite a while. They come and go sometimes. It's like a vacation spot in Iran. But, yeah, I mean, they know their way around the block over there. So
That's good. That'll give you another advantage, right?
Yeah.
Well, hey, congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
We're really looking forward to seeing you at the Worlds again.
Thank you. I hope to perform.
Excellent. Thanks, man.